Come on, old girl. Come on. A little bit more. Come on. There we go. Come on. A little bit more. Let's get you down. Come on now. Alright. There we go. A little bit more. And yes. We're down. Whew. Alright. Hey everyone. Johnny here for the Civ Sim channel. And today we are bringing you the Boston Bomber. And War Thunder's D-Day special, and how you can get this aircraft for free for a limited time. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's get started, shall we? Oh, and by the way, kids, don't try that at home. 70 years ago, on June 6, 1944, the Allies began their Operation Overlord, in which the Allied forces of Great Britain, the United States, Canada, and other nations began the invasion of France to retake it from German occupation. To celebrate this historical event in which many people lost their lives, and which began the overthrow of the Nazi-occupied Germany, War Thunder has decided to have a special event for the aircraft in which you can earn and unlock the Boston Bomber, which is a premium aircraft, by completing a series of events, including destroying 70 enemy aircraft, enemy tanks in tank battles, and achieving at least 50% battle activity in 70 battles. Please note that in realistic and historical battles, you do have a modifier that increases the rate at which you're performed. So in realistic and historical battles, you get twice the number for that. If you want to check your progress, all you have to do is go to your user ID icon, click it, go to achievements, go to the achievements tab on the left, go all the way down to special, and then you will see it, and in this case it will be D-Day 70th anniversary. And as you can see, as I just said earlier, RB and SB realistic and of course simulator battles, you get twice the amount as far as the modifier. So that way if you shoot down 10 in arcade, it's just 10 planes. If you shoot down 10 planes in realistic or simulator, that would actually be 20 aircraft. Of course, you also have to recognize that it does take longer to fly out into a realistic and of course simulator battles. As for the Boston Bomber itself, you get 4 500-pound bombs and 2 7.7 machine guns, one at the front of the aircraft, which you can fire manually, and then the tail gunner at the back in the turret, which you can also fire when you get into the tail gunner view. So let's, without further ado, hop into, we're going to take it into 2 games to demonstrate its capabilities, one in realistic and one in arcade. Again, it's pretty much, you know, like the As for the Boston Bomber itself, you can find it in the British lineup, and it carries a payload of 4 500-pound bombs, and it carries 7.7 millimeter machine guns with API shells. and you do get bonuses towards XP and Silver Lions when you are in this aircraft. Originally, the Boston Bomber was a premium one-day special when one of the patches came out, and now it is back for a limited time, in which doing those achievements, you can earn this beautiful aircraft, which is essentially a variant of the A20. So if you're a fan of the A20, then this is probably going to be a sweet plane for you. And I'm going to demonstrate this plane in both arcade and realistic flight mode. So I won't be doing simulator, but this will give you a general idea of what the aircraft can do. Obviously, this aircraft, at least for the time being, is only going to be able to be flown in the air battles. It won't be able to be flying in the tank battles because the British do not have a tank lineup yet. But this aircraft will be eventually flying alongside tanks once tanks come to Great Britain, the United States, and of course Japan. So again, dropping some bombs over there. This is a very nice aircraft. And one of the nice things I had with this map is that most of the fighters were not paying attention to me for the most part during this game. So I was able to pretty easily go and attack some of those aircraft with my bombs. Of course, I can also attack it with machine guns like I'm doing right now. Again, you have to be a tad careful because even in arcade flight mode, the controls on this thing do tend to be a little slower than on a fighter, which is, you know, realistic. I mean, this is a large aircraft, so do keep in mind that, you know, you want to make sure that you give some time for the aircraft in order to move, because it will not just pitch up on a dime. It will take a second or two for it to pitch up. So again, just strafing the anti-aircraft. Again, please note after patch 1.41 that the AAA are now a little harder to kill, so you're going to have to put a few more shots into them than you may be used to if you haven't been playing War Thunder in a while. So please keep that in mind. But the behavior of the AI is mostly the same. It just takes a few more shots than in the old days to get them. Of course, with a well-placed shot, you can get them killed. So, but again, you do have to pay attention to that. But again, this is a very fun plane to fly. This was I haven't flown this out too many times, but it is a very fun plane whenever I take it out. There was a, not sure what that was. I think that was an A20 actually. And going after that tank. Again, when you do low-level bombing, you want to make sure that you're pulling up for your chopping that bomb, so that way you're not getting caught up in the blast. I'm going to try and what's that again? Can't really tell. Go drop a bomb on that. Let's see if it hits. Yep, got it. So far, ground streak 6, not bad. Again, this is a very fun aircraft to be flying. And there we go. Another target hit. Again, one of the things you're noticing is when I'm reloading, I am heading back towards the friendlies, so that way I can keep enemy fighters off me. And then I'm going to turn around and then come back once my bombs are in. Of course, right now I'm just going to go after the AA while I'm letting those bombs reload. And another unit destroyed. Am I going to get that one? Nope. Oh, yep, I did. Okay. Alright, up to 9. Not bad. So again, this is a, again, anything, you know, it is a fast aircraft. It is like the A20. So, very much so. So, it is a very fast and maneuverable little attack aircraft. So it is very fun to fly. It definitely has the, it definitely for light targets has the punts of the Russian IL-2s and so forth, minus the cannons, of course, but it is a very speedy aircraft. That's of course for faster than the other fighter aircraft, which tend to lag. So this is a very fast aircraft for an attacker, so you can run away if you're being attacked by other aircraft, which you'll see in a moment or two. Speaking of that, oh, there he is. Oh, there's the A-20. Don't want to be hit by those machine guns, so let's just try and avoid that. Again, they do some damage. Don't want to be shot down by an A-20. That would be too embarrassing. Alright, who's next? Okay, let's drop. Oh, we got 15 seconds on that. And this is one of those games where team's not doing so well. So, but you know, it's some multiplayer game. You know, what can you expect? You can't win them all, but you know, again, just having fun. Again, there's the machine gun. One of the interesting things is that they do have some rapid fire on there, but I don't seem to be hitting them. That was one of the things I was noticing, is that I didn't seem to be hitting him for some reason. Again, going to attack that. Alright, let's see. Tail gunner. Come on. Oh. Oh, that wasn't him. That was the bomb. Come on. Got a hit. Come on. Go on fire, please, or something. Another hit. I'm just glad this guy doesn't have rockets. Come on. Oh, pulling out. Okay, I don't want to crash into a mountain here. Alright. Getting some red. Oh, I got a black flap. That's not good. Alright, well, I'm just going to, again, fly to find the cover. Again, this thing is quite fast. So, oh, now retract the flaps. Let's raise them. Again, you know, like the A-20, this can, to some extent, outrun enemy aircraft. So that is a good plus for this aircraft. There he goes. He's going after something else, which is good. Again, as with all aircraft after patch 1.41, you do have to. Oh, excuse me. With all aircraft after patch 1.41, you know, the damage models are a tad bit more realistic. So when you do get some damage, the aircraft does become a lot less maneuverable. So I'm just trying to stay. Not so much away from the enemy, but well, I'm going to just try and go around and make sure that I've got some friendly cover, so that way I'm not going to be shot down. So, but again, this is a very fun aircraft to fly, very speedy. Now, one thing to note is that you will be going up with tier 2 and 3 aircraft. Even though it is a tier 1 aircraft, so do keep that in mind, that you can be going against LA-5s, Yak-9s, and so forth. So do keep that in mind. See, there's an LA-5 there. There's that A-20 again. Again, they're bombing out our base over here. And there's tail gunners hitting me, and my tail gunner firing as well. And there's P-36s, P-39s. Again, trying to spot and get my team to attack that guy, because obviously once the base is destroyed, the game's over. Now that I've bored you to death in arcade, let's take it up in realistic battles. Formerly known as historical battles. Again, we are in the air flight mode, and when you fly the Boston bomber out in realistic mode, you are going to be put into more period accurate aircraft. The aircraft will be lower tier. So again, we're seeing like a Buffalo. There's a Buffalo over there. Let's see, we've got a Mark. What was that? 1A Hurricane. So again, the aircraft you are going to be fighting against are going to be lower tier. Let's see, we got A-20, got some buffaloes, and so forth. So again, it is a fun aircraft to fly in the low tiers, especially if you want to, be grinding up for some XP with the bombs. And there's that buffalo escorting me, if you will, and there's another one on the tarmac down there. And just for the sake of time, I'm just going to cut ahead to the action. Of course, in realistic and of course simulator battles, it does take a while to get into the action. Again, you do want to be careful that AA is a lot more potent now that they've buffed it. So you gotta be careful because AA will kill you a lot more easier now. Again, dropping some of my bombs there. Yep, oh, got a Corsair there. So again, oh, that's a premium Corsair, I think. Yeah, for the Japanese. So again, those are that's probably gonna be the highest ranked aircraft that you're probably gonna go up. Along with the Zeros, the premium Corsair. But you shouldn't really be have that much trouble with most of the aircraft in most of the games. Alright, again, the biggest danger for the Boston is very much so going to be those AA, which are a lot more powerful and a lot more harder to kill. So again, this is a map where we're fighting against the Japanese. Alright, go try and kill some of these landing craft. Got one. Do I get another? Hit two. Alright. Yeah, and I don't want to end up crashing again, especially in. Oh, we got the that Corsair on me. Now, this is a very bad position to be in, really, as I've got low airspeed, and if he was a better shot, he probably would be lighting me up on fire. In fact, one of my engines is starting to go red. Alright, let's use that tail gunner. Come on. Again, I'm not sure. Oh, he's turning away. Alright. Again, gotta watch out for the AA. Again, but it always helps, of course, when you're going into realistic to have teammates helping you and covering you, especially if you're a bomber. If you're a bomber and you're going alone and there's no friendlies around you, you're just a sitting duck that's going to be easy fodder. Alright, let's see if I can't take out that cargo ship. Alright, Mr. Cargo Ship, prepare to meet the bomb. Prepare to be bombed. There we go. Bombs away. And... oh, I missed. Darn it. Went off the port side. Darn it. Alright, well, now they're gonna get their revenge on me. Ooh, ow, that hurt. Okay. That's, okay, well, fire at someone else, would you? Jeez. Alright. Let's try and get away from, of course, we also had the battleships over there, so... eek. Alright, let's get out of here. But before then, let's, attack that final landing craft. Yep, there we go. Pull up here a little. And, got some damage over here. Oh, there's a another attack plane. Oh, one of the Zeros with the pontoons. Flying boat Zero. All right, come on. Got a hit. There we go. Come on. Yep, I'm just not good at the aiming, I don't think. Ooh. Alright, come on. Again, it does help to kind of pay attention to where you're flying every now and then. Alright, let's try. Come on. On the bright side, he doesn't have that powerful of a loadout anyhow, so, but... so, come on. Again, this just wasn't my day with the tail gunners, I guess. Oh, at least I got some hits there. Ooh, come on. Again, as you can see, as before in the arcade game, when the wing starts to go red or black, you do start the list, so... oh, so I go after this guy. Oh, my back gunner's reloading. Flaps combat. Let's see here. Oh, he's on fire. He's going down. Get some rounds into him for an assist. No, he's dead. Oh, I might as well thank that guy for helping me. If I can find the right command, that is. There we go. Already got you. Alright. Let's try and head back now. Let's go. Let them know I'm returning. Ooh, come on. Oh, got an enemy over there. He's going after that Spitfire. Mk.I 41. Oh, and the AI as well. Oh, so I can help him, but I just don't have the maneuverability here. Oh, come on. You can't really tell, but I really am trying. I'm pulling very hard on the controls to get this thing to move, so. Nope, the Mk.I 41's on fire. Again, the aircraft, certain aircraft are more likely to catch fire. And the Japanese planes definitely are a lot more easy to catch on fire. As you can see, my one engine's smoking, which is not a good thing. And we've got some damage to our cables and everything, especially to our wings, to our ailerons. So hopefully we'll make it back. But again, this is a very fun aircraft, a very durable plane. For the most part, and it's fun to fly. I really get a lot of enjoyment out in it. So again, there's the air base. Let's see if we can't make it there. Again, through the miracle of editing, we're fast forwarding. So, of course, if you remember, if you're still watching by this point, the beginning of the video, in which I was landing, and as you can see, I was having a little difficulty. By the way, I was not doing that on purpose. I was really with the controls so hard that, as you can see, I'm listing to the left, so I'm trying to get the plane lined up with the runway. And as you can see, just right there, ooh, that was close. So, yeah, that's, so I managed, thankfully, this plane is just maneuverable enough to pull a move like that, and there we are, back on the ground. Whew, that was close, though, I gotta admit. I was actually thinking of that for a moment there, I was gonna crash into that, but, instead I ended up with a 10-point landing. And right at the parking spot. I mean, I just slid right into the parking spot, unlike in the movies, which is kind of cool. So, again, that's one of the reasons why I love this plane is, you know, it can pull that durability where other airplanes they would have just crashed into that building. But this thing, nah, that was just a walk in the cake for this thing. So even with the damage controls, I still was able to get airborne enough, and that's mostly because the power to the engines really, when you do it, it snaps and it really gets moving very quickly. So, and of course you've got two engines, not just one, so you are able to, get the extra power boost that you need. So there's one of those buffaloes again. Okay, lifting up. And there we go. I was going to try and bank my rings, but this thing, as far as the roll rate, this thing does not have a roll weight, as you can expect. I mean, it is an attack aircraft. So again, we're back in the air. And, oh, the other, the Spitfire Mark II has their smoke on as well. We're going to turn those off for now. Again, look at this beauty. I mean, What an amazing plane. By the way, if you're curious, this is not the default livery. This is a custom skin livery that you can get on Nexus Mods. Link be in the comment section below, or in the description below, I should say. Of course, the default is more or less what you get, which I was showing in the arcade battle. That was its default livery. I was trying to find a Normandy stripes for this one, but for some reason I couldn't find a Normandy invasion stripe, so I just went with the blue naval colors for the Royal Navy. And not so bad for a bomber being at the top of the list. So, and there's still 2 enemies left, but they're going to be going down pretty quickly. But I think I'm going to stop the play here, and I'm going to just go over some of the results quickly. Okay, and again, the arcade game was launched, but here we're looking at 17,000 credits and 1,188 points towards the modification research, which is not bad. And we took 14 ground targets out in that game, and we did do some, minor damage to 2 of those planes that were attacking us. Of course, we never shot them down. As for the mission accomplished for the realistic battle, we got 11,856 credits and 2,306 research points. Of course, that was doubled because it was the first victory. And of course, we did take out 6 ground targets. So, but again, it's a fun aircraft to fly, really enjoyable. And if you want this aircraft, again, remember that you're only going to have 2 more days to get it. It's going to be available only until the 8th of June. So hopefully you will see this prior to that. But if not, aircraft like this do go on sale quite often. So I'm sure there will be another sale for the Boston Bomber to ride again another day. But I do highly recommend this plane, especially if you're a bomber pilot who loves taking out bombers. This is the aircraft for you, especially if you like the A-20 and if you want a really neat low-tier British bomber for your lineup. Alright, well, that's going to do it for me. As always, please let me know what you think. Leave a comment in the comment section below. Please rate, comment, or subscribe. And until next time, everyone, this is Tony from CivSim Channel, wishing all of you a great day. And for those veterans, thank you for all you do. I salute you. I'll catch all of you next time. Have a great day, everyone.